So let's get it. So Sabriel Matias, shout out to town. I seen it first on his channel that Sabriel Matias tested positive for that ostarine, for that wee. He gonna get a lot of backlash. You know, he ain't no Hector or no Brad. He ain't no Hector, Hector Rican, or Brad Rican. That's what I mean. He ain't no Brad Rican. He's a ninja Rican. So he gonna get the full, backlash and the full grunt of it. But yeah, these guys be, he got 10 days to do a B sample and all that. He's fighting Dalton Smith, whoever that is, January 10th in New York. I don't know what card. Maybe that's when they on card. So basically, I be telling y'all what they be doing, man. They be cycling on and off drugs. And when you cycle on and off these drugs, the problem becomes, if you don't take whatever they tell you to flush it, if you don't take it the right way, if you take it a little bit off, you're going to get popped. So you have to make sure you're flushing it the right way. Everything has to be on point. Well, however you flush it, I'm not sure. Whatever they tell you to take, take this after you take this and this, that, and the third. And that's why like having drug testing year round is very important, because you can juice up before a fight, enter drug testing, it be out your system, but you reap the benefits from it. So, a lot of people, they don't have much knowledge about PEDs. You know what I'm saying? And it was a girl that was on, I guess she's a boxer, and she was basically, I don't know if she was a Maria or a Becky, and she was talking about Victor Conti and her being with Devin and Terrence, but don't talk about none of the Spanish fighters that she be with. And like I said before, man, we always the face of criminality. Don't forget that. So when your representation is seen, when people see you, they always already think negative about you. They don't associate Victor Conti with Mikey Garcia, Triple G worked with for a hot second. They associate him with black fighters. And it's okay. But I'll see if I can find that video of her saying that. All right. And she probably just want to try some soul pole. But yeah, if you don't flush it the right way, bro, like it's a science to it. Even taking PEDs, it's a science to it to get the full benefit. You just can't take that shit. A lot of times you gotta take it. I'm pretty sure you gotta take it the right way. You probably gotta take something where you taking this, or you gotta do blood work, or you gotta take this while you taking this, and you gotta take, like, it's a lot that come with that shit. You just don't take it and it make you stronger. Like I said before, you got to take it and you got to put work in, or especially if you're trying to go under the radar, like you got to, however they tell you to flush it, you got to do exactly what they say how to do it. And then if you get caught, they say, well, say you took this. But that's null and void, because they tell you everything you taking before you enter VADA, let us know right now. Every medication you taking, if you TRTN or whatever you taking, tell us up front before we start taking the test. So you saying, I took this and I forgot to put it down. No, we told you when you filled that paperwork out, everything that you're taking, tell us right now or forever hold your peace. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. So it's no, I thought it was this. And no, not at all. So, but a lot of those guys, they've been doing it. They've been testing. They're going to go back to that other fight he had versus Puello. Who cares? Puello's a fucking drug cheat. What are we talking about? Puello's a fucking drug cheat. So, I mean, he evened out the playing field. They always want to play, I don't know how to speak English and all that type of stuff, man. How you think these guys be so big and then cutting all that weight down? Come on, man. Cutting that weight down. You know they cutting corners and all that type of shit. And you see so many people pop hot and get slaps on the wrist. Pop hot, and the stuff we don't see behind the scenes, they cover it up. Why wouldn't you try it? Most people draw the morality line where they want to draw that in their life. They pick and choose when they want to do the right thing. They pick and choose, you know, where they stand out on right and wrong. Like, keep it real. That's why I say, if you don't make an example out of the dudes that's popping hot and you give them passes, other people gonna try it, even if they ain't got the complexion for the protection. That's just what it is. This is why back in the day, used to cut thieves' hands off and all that shit. So no, you know, if you think about it, if you think about stealing, hey, you might not have no hands. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. That's why an extreme example, making an extreme example out of somebody is so critical. Once you set the precedent and you consistent with it 1 or 2, 3 times, we ain't playing that. Hey man, see you in 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it does enhance your performance. Whether you cutting weight, you know, especially something that help you cut weight that's not natural. You know, that's not natural. It's so much good natural things that you can take. But it's hard when you start taking steroids, when you can work hard, you know what I'm saying? You know, and don't have to suffer injury. That's what people don't understand. That's why bodybuilders can do what they did, like lift all that heavy weight like Ronnie Coleman. Yeah, eventually your body gonna pay the tax on it. That's a fact. And I see these guys, you know, oh, this is why, you know, we do machines now and they don't look as good as them dudes did yesterday. But guess what? You saw I'm using machines to preserve my joints. Nigga, you still putting steroids in your ass. What are we talking about? It's still dangerous. It's still dangerous. What are we talking about? We're going to ignore the elephant in the room? Come on. That shit is dangerous. That shit can kill you. Even if you going through a physician, and not on bodybuilders, they legally take that shit. So they legally you could take that shit and they go to a physician, they test their blood. That still can kill you. You know, it still can send you to the upper room. So it's risk involved in that. You know what I mean? It's risk involved into it. So, but am I surprised? No, it's going to be more because they're not making an example out of these guys. And they gonna swear they can't speak English and all this. How you think these motherfuckers walking around 200-300 pounds? I'm not gonna say 200-300 pounds, but damn near 200 pounds fighting at 135, 140. How you think they making the cut? You know what I'm saying? No discipline. How you think they cutting all that fucking weight? Now some guys can cut the weight. You know, some guys they got a system. They know what to eat. But a lot of them dudes is lazy, bro. They want that, you know, energy boost and all this type of shit, man. But yeah, you know, hopefully they punish him. He'll get the same punishment Ryan Garcia got. You know, so be it. But they gonna make it a big deal. Because you can't go back and say, well, he cheated Puello. Well, Puello was a fucking drug cheat. He popped hot. But then again, you know, remember the Russells was saying, so many people say, oh, it didn't matter when Ryan did that to Devin. It didn't matter. It didn't matter. Well, okay. But as soon as it happened to them, they want to cry foul. And Gary Russell, Anton Russell, he didn't say nothing. You know, he didn't say nothing. You know, he couldn't say nothing because he knew we was going to be on him. But anybody that say that shit don't matter, then why is it illegal? You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's illegal, if it don't matter, why is it illegal? I keep telling y'all, man, boxing, you know, the boxers, if they stuck together, the black boxers stuck together, and they have a lot easier time and make more money, but they don't figure that out, man. They ain't figured that out yet. But yeah, you know, if his B sample, which it won't, if it don't come back, you know, negative, they gonna be on his ass. I'm telling you that right now. They gonna make that man the face of criminality. Real talk, they gonna make him the face of criminality. You can bet your bottom dollar on it. You can bet your bottom dollar on it. I don't really understand why people they park over there, they park over here, they park over there. Like, pick a fucking side. But I hit the link in the description. Join the Patreon. Follow me on X, Facebook, Kick, Twitch. Everything's out the link tree to Patreon.